Hey guys, it's Mr. Shin, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys about solving systems by elimination. So far we've learned to solve system of equations by graphing and using substitution. The third and final method is called elimination. Okay, the goal of elimination is obviously to eliminate one of the variables, and we do this by combining the two equations. Okay, so what does it mean to combine in math? Well, when we say combine, we add. Okay, so we're going to add from top to bottom. So if I add 2x plus 3x, that is equal to 5x. If I combine positive 2y and negative 2y, that eliminates, which is what we need to do. Negative 2 plus 12 will equal 10, which makes x equal to 2. After you figure out one of the variables, and you're going to substitute it into one of the equation. Okay, so 2 times 2 plus 2y is equal to negative 2. You could plug it into the second equation, but I just decided to put it in the first one. Okay, so 4 plus 2y is equal to negative 2. Subtract 4 from both sides. 2y is equal to negative 6, which makes y equal to negative 3. Okay, so to put it in the solution, x is equal to 2, y is equal to negative 3. Okay, so let's go over one more. Okay, again, we are going to combine, and hopefully it eliminates. Okay, so 4x and negative 4x eliminates. And negative 2y and 4y makes positive 2y is equal to 12, which makes y equal to 6. Okay, so again, once we have one of the variables, you are going to substitute to one of them. So 4x minus 2 times 6 is equal to 14. 4x minus 12 is equal to 14. 4x is equal to 26. X would equal 6.5. Okay, so going back over here, x is equal to 6.5, y is equal to 6. Done. Okay, let's look at number 3. All right, combining them again, 3x and negative 3x eliminates. That's negative 3y is equal to negative 6. Divide by negative 3 on both sides. This time y is equal to 2. Okay, again, once we have one of the variables, substitute it in. I'm going to substitute it into the second equation this time. Again, it does not matter which one you plug it into. Negative 3x minus 2 is equal to negative 3. Plus 2, negative 3x is equal to negative 1, which makes x equal to 1/3. So 1/3 for x and 2 for y. Okay, let's look at other examples. Okay, if you look at number 4, notice that they are not really lined up. Okay, the equal sign's on the left on this bottom one, and the equal sign is on the right side of the top one. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort of make it into a standard form. Okay, standard form is when you have like the x, y, and 14. Okay, so you're gonna line them up. Okay, so the first one seems okay, but let's do the second one. I'm gonna move the y to this side, so plus 3y. Now, if I want to rewrite all of this, now I got 4x minus 3y is equal to 14, which I didn't do anything to. I just copied it down. Now, on this one, I got 5x plus 3y because I moved it, and it's equal to 130. Okay, so I rearranged this second equation so that it lines up with each of the variable. Okay, so once we got that, again, we're going to combine. So that's 9x, cancels out. That's 144. And once you get that, you are going to divide by 9. Okay, so x would equal 16. Okay, so once we get that, again, we're going to substitute it into one of the equation. I'm going to do it to the first one. So 4 times 16 minus 3y is equal to 14. 4 times 16 makes 64. Minus 3y is equal to 14. Subtract 64, which makes negative 3y is equal to negative 50, and y would equal 50 over 3. Okay, so x is 16, and y is 50 over 3. Okay, that was a little longer steps. Let's look at number 5. Okay. Again, we are going to line them up so that you have each variables under each other, okay? So I'm going to rearrange the first one first. So I have add x both sides. So x minus 4y is equal to 5. For the second one, I'm going to add 4y both sides. So I have 2x plus 4y is equal to negative 2. Combine, that's 3x, eliminate, positive 3, x is equal to 1. Okay, again, once you get that, plug it into one of them. So negative 4y is equal to 5 minus 1, which is 4. And solve for y, and you get y is equal to negative 1. So if x is 1, y is negative 1. Okay, moving on to one more question. Again, we're going to rearrange so that they are lining up. So I'm going to rewrite the first one. 5x plus 2y is equal to 42. I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides so that it lines up. 5x plus y is equal to 15. Combine, eliminates 1. 3y, y is equal to 57. Okay, now y would equal to 19. And once you get that, substitute it in. If 19 is equal to 5x plus 15, subtract 15, and you get 5x is equal to 4, which makes it 4/5. X is equal to 4/5, and y is equal to 19. Okay, so we talked about two examples, okay, that we use elimination to solve. And there's one more, okay? So if you look at this one, it is a little different, okay? You see that the numbers aren't the same, or the coefficients aren't the same, okay? So you would have to multiply by something so that the coefficients are the same so that you can add them and eliminate one of them, okay? So I'm going to look at 3 and 5 and 2 and 4 and see kind of like the relationship, okay? And I see that 2 and 4, okay? Well, if I multiplied 2 here, which making 6x and minus 4y is equal to 38, now I am able to cancel the 4y's out, okay? So that makes 11x is equal to 55, x would equal to 5. And once I have one of the equations, or one of the variables solved, I'm going to plug it in. So 5 times 5 plus 4y is equal to 17, 25. Plus 4y is equal to 17. Subtract 25. 4y would equal negative 8. Y would equal negative 2. Okay? So I have x is equal to 5. Y is equal to negative 2. All right. I know I was going a little fast. I'm going to try this one. 7x plus 3y is equal to negative 1. 4x minus 3 is equal to negative y. I'm going to first rearrange so that this matching, so I can compare the y to the y and x to the x, okay? So I'm going to add 3 and add y so I can rearrange. So I have 7x plus 3y is equal to negative 1, which I didn't make any changes to. And I have 4x plus y is equal to positive 3. Okay. Again, I'm going to try to cancel it out, but 7 and 4, okay, they don't really have a lot of relationship, but I know I can multiply over here by negative 3 so that I can make negative 12x minus 3y is equal to negative 9, so that 7x plus 3y is equal to negative 1. The 3y's can cancel each other out, okay? So that can eliminate, giving me negative 5x is equal to negative 10. X would equal to 2. Okay. Once x is equal to 2, I'm going to substitute it into one of them. So 4x minus 3 is equal to negative y. So I'm going to substitute 2 in it. So 8 minus 3 is equal to negative y. 5 is equal to negative y, which makes y equal to negative 5. Okay, let's go over one more example here. All right. Yes, so to do the next one, 4 and 3, 3 and 2, obviously you don't see a lot of relationship. However, I can try to multiply by numbers on the top and also on the bottom so that it can match, okay? So it's 3 and 2. If you think about like the multiples of 3 and the multiples of 2, you see that if you multiply 2 here and 3 here, okay, you will be able to get a 6, okay? But if this becomes a 6, and that becomes a 6, one of them has to be a positive in order for it to cancel out. So I'm going to decide to multiply by negative 2. Okay, I'm going to rewrite these questions after I distribute. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8x. Negative 2 times 3, negative 3y, would make it positive 6y. And negative 2 times 12 will make it negative 24. Okay? I'm just going to distribute a positive to all three of the numbers. That makes 9x minus 6y is equal to 12. And I'm going to combine, so that cancels out or eliminates. X is equal to negative 12. Okay, so once I got that, all right, so I'm going to plug it in again and solve. Okay, so that's negative 48 minus 3y is equal to 12. Add 48. So negative 3y is equal to 60. Y would equal to negative 20. So I would start negative 12, comma, negative 20. Okay. Let's do two more examples. Again, you're going to have to multiply things either on the top or the bottom so that it matches, okay? So the easiest way to do it on this one is I would rather multiply negative 3 here so that the x's can cancel out. So if I distribute it to all three, 3x plus 2y is equal to 0, which I just copied down. I got negative 3x plus 15y is equal to negative 51. Okay, the x's eliminate. I got 17y is equal to negative 51, which makes y equal to negative 3. So once I got that, I'm going to plug it back in. X minus 5 times negative 3 is equal to 17. That is x plus 15 is equal to 17. X would equal to 2. All right, one more. Okay. So again, you're going to try to see the relationship between the x and the y and see which one would be the easiest, okay? The 3 and the 2, we tried up there where we can multiply 2 over here and 2 over here and 3 over here. Or you can choose to multiply maybe 5 over here and negative 2 here so that you can cancel out the y. So let's cancel out the y's this time. Okay, so if I multiply the 5 and distribute, that's 15x plus 10y is equal to 45. If I distribute here, negative 4x minus 10y is equal to negative 34. Okay, combine. So I have 11x is equal to 11. Okay, so x would equal to 1. Okay, so once I got that, I'm going to plug 1 into one of the equations. So 3 times 1 plus 2y is equal to 9. 3 plus 2y is equal to 9. 2y is equal to 6. Y would equal 3. Okay? So to wrap this up, to eliminate, we need to change it into standard form. I know standard form has to have the first coefficient to be positive, but not necessarily a standard form, but you want to keep it so that it lines up. Okay? Make sure you can make it into same coefficients and make sure it's opposite signs so that you can eliminate one of the variables. Okay? Now you're going to be doing the practice. Good luck.